Hi, I'm George Levy for Bitsonline, and I'm currently at the Fort Lauderdale headquarters for Denison Yachting. And today I have the interview with Bob Denison, CEO of Denison Yachting. Great to see you, Bob.
Yes, the same. Thanks, George.
I'm actually very excited about this interview. I've actually heard a lot about Denison Yachting. You've been visionaries in this space. There's so much buzz about, Bitcoiners driving Lambos and they want to buy mansions and they get fancy watches, but I never heard about yachting. But here you come along, so I actually want to hear all about it. Talk to me.
Sure. So, first of all, this is awesome. I've watched your interviews in the past, and it's a joy to be doing this with you. So yeah, we started paying attention to cryptocurrency about 4 or 5 years ago. And when I say paying attention, we started having conversations with people like BitPay. We started to really understand how the whole thing worked. And it took us a few years. We closed our first crypto. It was a specifically Bitcoin transaction about a year and a half ago. But we do offer all of our brokerage boats that we sell and some of our new boats that we sell to be purchased via Bitcoin.
So you mentioned Bitcoin. So do you take other cryptos, Ether, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash? Do you take other cryptos?
Yeah, so there's two different parts of what we do. And the yacht brokerage world, it looks a lot like real estate. So we're selling other people's assets, and we help the process of that. So as far as that part of the transaction, which is selling somebody else's asset, right now it's the cryptocurrencies that BitPay will accept, because we use BitPay to convert the Bitcoin into dollars and even into euros, which they can do now, and then those proceeds go to the seller, because most of the sellers, not all of them, but most of the sellers are going to prefer to have their proceeds in cash and not in crypto. But we, as a new boat dealer, that's the other side of the business, which is less like real estate and more like a new car dealership, where we have territories and relationships with manufacturers and that kind of a thing. We can actually sell that asset, like this boat right here is a new Monte Carlo built by Beneteau. It's a plug for us and them. We actually, since we own that asset, we will be able to accept a much wider variety of crypto, including Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, and that kind of a thing. And then we will then take the risk of either holding it or converting it down the road.
Absolutely. And it's interesting that you actually positioned that, because the answer is you're simply not taking off the table to actually, you may hodl some of it. You might actually want to hold on to some of the digital assets as opposed to just going straight to fiat. It's very interesting.
Yes, yeah. And I think it kind of speaks to the fact that we're not just doing the crypto thing as like a marketing gimmick or a way to try to get people's attention that are involved with crypto, but we really believe in this whole thing, blockchain technology. And I mean, it's all part of sort of our DNA. We're a little bit more of a forward-thinking company in our space, and we love having these conversations, and we love helping people with these transactions.
Yeah, I find fascinating also, from what I understand, I believe you're also mining as well?
Yeah, so we bought our first miner almost a year ago, and since then we bought 7 more, so we have 8 that are here at our facility. And I can't say that we do it for the sole purpose of mining to, resell one day, or mining to make a bunch of money. It was really more just to better understand this whole thing and the community and the ecosystem, and really get the process. So it's really helped us through that. So we currently are mining all 8, and they're healthy and they're up. They are a little bit hotter and noisier than we thought they'd be, but it's totally worth it, and we love the fact that we're part of that system.
You know, what's interesting also, a little while ago, you dropped the word blockchain. And so many, when people think about cryptocurrencies, they think about Bitcoin. Sometimes the topic of blockchain doesn't come up, but you're actually learning, and you're actually taking on mining because you actually want to understand the space more.
Yeah.
Any other efforts? Have you looked at blockchain maybe for what you're doing? Talk to me.
Yeah, there's actually, so we have not gone down that far of a road. There are a few charter companies, so there's the yacht sale part, and then there's also the charter part that are looking into using blockchain technology for the entire transaction. I think they're a few years away from really gaining traction there, but we are definitely going to be a part of that conversation. Whether we're the ones to pull it off or not, I'm not 100. I would probably say no. We're probably going to focus more on the sales and transactional side, but we might be. Right now, we just don't have the bandwidth to to march down that road too fast yet.
No, and I understand. I mean, you've got your hands full. You got a lot of, I mean, how many locations do you have? Actually, you're a pretty big operation.
Yeah, we have 22 offices, all here in the U.S. If you think about the places on the East Coast of the U.S. and the West Coast that are fun places to go boating, we usually have an office there. So, Annapolis or Charleston or Newport Beach, Seattle, and then certainly down here in Florida we have a few. But yeah, we like to be where people are boating.
And that's great. One thing that I would be intrigued just to ask you, so you use cryptocurrency, right? Do you have any experiences with cryptocurrency? Anything interesting to share?
Well, a few. I mean, a few years ago, I gave my nephews some crypto. I think it was Bitcoin Cash at the time, and just for them to start exploring. And I've given it as gifts and bonuses just to start the conversation with people here in the office, so they kind of can get it and feel it and touch it and interact with it. One of the cool things, though, was I was on a catamaran this past January. I was on there with a few friends, and we were going over crew gratuity, which is something you should do when you're chartering a boat. And one of them actually pulled out his phone, and it was on a Sunday in the British Virgin Islands, which is normally not a time or a place that you would think about transacting money or banking.
Sure.
And he actually gave me his portion of the gratuity instantly, via Bitcoin. It was awesome. It was fast, and it really kind of made that light bulb go off in my head as far as how this can work for people that are doing things like chartering a boat in a weird place in a weird time, and it working.
Yeah, no, I love that, because you're saying it actually happened on a Sunday. Banks would be closed in that time. It's like basically you don't have to worry about that. Bitcoin just doesn't take a break. It happens all the time. Yeah. That's great. How can people find out more about Denison Yachting? How can they actually find out and learn?
So we have a website. It's denisonyachting.com, and we do have a bunch of different offices. If you were to Google us, we hopefully have one kind of close to you. And many of our brokers are engaging in this. They know it, and they're ready to have conversations with people about buying, selling, or chartering a boat, which is something that we've done as well using crypto.
That's great. Bob, it's been a pleasure speaking with you. I wish you much success. Denison Yachting, very glad to see all you've been doing in this space. Thank you kindly.
Thank you.
For Bitsonline, where cryptocurrency and technology media meet the future, I'm George Levy. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you learned something in the process. I bring you brand new videos every single week, so I invite you also to subscribe so we can stay in touch. Also, if you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them below. I would love to hear from you. Until next time, we are changing the world, one blockchain at a time. I'm George Levy. Thank you for watching.